Hello everyone, this is Anuj Tripathi and you are watching the Review Universe. So today we are joined by Deep Jyoti Bora, uh, known by his pen name Deep JV, a writer, sustainability strategist, climate change expert, and a professional with over 17 years of global experience. His work spans across multiple countries where he has contributed to climate innovation, environmental resilience, and inclusive development. Alongside his professional journey, Deep has cultivated a powerful creative voice. His books explore diverse themes from futuristic fiction and family relations to innovation, friendship, and poetry. Today, our conversation focuses on his book Tafarna, a futuristic, inspiring story of hope, courage, and dreams that refuse to die. We will also explore his broader writings and the messages he hopes readers will carry forward. Deep, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you. Hi, Anuj. Thank you so much, and thank you, TRU, for taking this initiative for beginner, not like a beginner, but emerging writer like us. It's quite motivational for us. So thank you, everyone, whoever is watching this podcast. My name is Jyoti Bora, and I decided to take my pen name as DJ, which is a sort of form. And I feel good because most of my friends, known people, they always call me Deep or sometimes DJ B. So that's where I came from. Okay, just to give a quick background about myself, will
Yeah,
be okay? Right.
yeah, perfect.
I am a climate and sustainability professional by my regular profession goes, and I have been into the sector for more than 17 years, where I have been working across India as well as across the globe. My core focus has been addressing different climate and sustainability issues in the rural landscapes of different country. And in recent last few years, my engagement is more into Africa, Pacific Island region, Southeast Asia, and including India. So that is where my entire energy, my time is going. And when I talk about climate change and sustainability as a business or as a profession, it is not something like I am inclined to do commercially. It is something rooted in me from the college days itself, because we I personally came from that non-digital pre-social media era. That time, informations were very limited, and I always had a very high hope and dream to do something that can somehow repay something to the nature, to the environment, to the society. Out of all the courses, the way that I have done my education, there were many options. Then I selectively decided to go for this sector because that sector was evolving, and
Okay.
climate change was alarming all the way, global
Yeah.
warming concern, lot of loss in vegetation across the globe. So that's where my point of intervention. And from last 17 years, I'm dedicatedly working into the sector. I was traveling across India, outside India. So all these experiences actually helped me gathering a lot of perspective about different geography, culture, human, whatever we evolve with, right? And alongside, I never stopped my hobbies like writing. So when I talk about me as a writer or as an author, I am a new author for sure because my all books have been released this year. But I'm not a new writer
Yeah.
because writing has
That,
been with me.
that's where my
Yeah,
first
yeah.
question is also there. Like, how did writing become your important part in your life alongside your professional work? Like how it
Yeah, yeah.
came to existence?
True. See, because as I mentioned, we came from that non-digital era, so informations were limited with us. So we always had the habit of going to library, reading newspaper, reading magazines, and whatever I want to write, and that writing comes organically because you understand, you decide, then you write your own. So during my school time, I always participated in all the events, whether it is essay writing competition, extempore speech, debate, whatever may be. So that needs little bit of a preparation, right? And that preparation led me to writing my own stuff. So if I have a topic that is to be debated, I go do research, do study, then write my own. And during school time, my schooling was from Sankardev Shishu Vidya Niketan from Shivsagar. It is one of the very well-known school in the heart of the city from Assam. So that school has the culture that whatever you like, you can explore. And there is a cultural element attached to it, they always encourage. And because of that encouragement, I always started engaging with drawing, sketching, painting, writing, whenever I get a chance. And from that time itself, writing was part of me. But then eventually, when I completed my school, got into college, time were getting limited because
Okay.
I'm from a science background. I was studying in science, so science and experiment, your lab requirement take a lot of your time. So my creative writing was not in the front foot. It was always in the back of the mind whenever I get time. So, for example, today, let's say I am going to a new place. I am meeting some new people. I got to know about something new. Rather than maintaining a diary, I write a small article and keep it in my system. And when I evolved that time it was more like a writing in my notebooks. And eventually, after the schooling is gone, computer has been introduced to us. That this time it was like a desktop.
Yeah.
I started, drafting, learning different tools, and at the same time drafting as well. So that's how my whole journey has started as a writer.
So you write across different genres like fiction, innovation, poetry, all of it. So how would you describe your identity as an author? Like which genre author you like to be called?
That is, I think, a very difficult question to answer right this way because I am not an established author. I believe I still have my few books published this year. But since I am not a new writer, I have been writing for many years. So what I would say, my initial writing were more like a prose and poetry. Because during school time, college time, I started writing poetry, started writing small liners, which is poetic as well as having meaning. So later I identified that Shero Sayari is also one segment I can do.
Yeah.
So during my college time, I wrote a lot of Shero Sayaris because Hindi is my not mother tongue. I
Yeah.
am from Assam, so Assamese is my mother tongue. So I pursued mostly in Assamese. Then I also tried in Hindi and English. So initial years of my evolution was more into poetry, prose poems like that. But then eventually, what I realized that whenever you are trying to express things, poetry takes a lot of time because poetry needs rhythm,
Yeah.
poetry needs your word, you need to have a good vocabulary. And I was not having that much of time to go into literature because science was along with me. That's why I started drafting whatever is coming into my mind as an expression of my creativity. That's the reason I started going into fiction and real time non-fiction both. So today, if I want to describe myself, I think this year first book released was poetry. That was a combination of 21 poems. Then second book was more like academic, scientific, research-based work, which is more like a professional writing. Then remaining three, four books that got published are fiction. So
Okay.
today, I would say my priority would be to go in fiction and under the fiction, my segment would be to give some message to the society, which can be inspirational as well as motivational. So I think going forward, my more time would be more into life lessons, inspirations, with a combination of fictional storytelling. That is the genre I want to cater to.
So the recent book like Tafrana is also a fiction book, I can say. Okay. So what first inspired you to write this book? Like what is the inspiration behind this book?
Okay, just to quickly correct it, it is Tafarna. Tafarna is the main title.
Tafarna. Okay.
So
Sorry.
yeah. So
Yeah.
Tafarna is actually is a more like a imaginary name for me, and
Okay.
it is a very interesting story. I started going to African rural villages, working with different African landscapes, almost from 2011-12 itself. But in recent year, around 2018-19. I was a part of a very long world, legacy-based project into rural sustainability and climate change. I was leading that project. As a part of that project, I was visiting Madagascar, which is one of my very favorite countries so far. So when I gone into different villages, I was interacting with different people, along with my team members of the local. I was interacting with the villagers, trying to create impact for climate resilience. That time I came across different people, adult, young, child, everyone. So one of the small kids, she must be around 2 to 3 years. She was very young, but she was very curious. So while we were working, we are trying to communicate with the community to the villages. She was always behind us, like a small baby running across. So that time I visualized that Africa, especially Madagascar, even after having a lot of natural resources, their amenities are very limited. And this kind of younger generation, they carry a lot of hopes and dreams. For example, when we enter to the village, they probably see what is happening with a mobile. They do not have access to mobile. When we go there, try to write something, drafting something on our laptop, gadgets are new to them. So all these amenities are very new to them, like a dream world. And I can see that reflection in the eyes of that small girl. So when I came back during my journey, I thought, why can't I restart my creative writing for this girl? So that's where I imagine her name to be Tafarna. Tafarna is similar to, I don't know what's the meaning of Tafarna, but my meaning is that it's all about bundle of dreams. So then I imagine that how Tafarna will grow from 20 years now. And if she get good amount of guidance, good support, how her journey can be manifested through her dreams. So that's why this book is all about Tafarna's dreams and hopes, and it is a futuristic journey. If she is getting right amount of support through people like us who is going there trying to create changes, then how she will evolve. And if she has a willingness to never give up, she has a willingness to do hard work, keep chasing the ambitions, then how she can be a successful woman after 20 years. That's why my plot is of 2041, imaginary plot, but the story has been, weaved to my real time experience with the community. What are their gaps? What they exactly need? And if they get this kind of support, how a dream of a child can be protected and how she can perform. So that is the journey. So this is the story behind this. So you can say it is a fictional story, but it is motivational and inspirational, taken all the inspirations taken from real life events that I came across during my journey to this beautiful country.
Okay, so you have said like you have written three fiction books and one for the scientific one. So could you explain like what are these and what are the titles of this book if we can find it on Amazon or somewhere?
Sure, sure. I think it's a good way to inform. In fact, so let me
Yeah,
start with the first one. The out of my all the books and pieces that I have written, I this year through Booklet Publishers, I published this book. It is called The Realm. It's a for example, within the clouds of endless imagination is the context. So I have too many imagination. I always dream about good things. My imagination is there. So then I decided if my imagination can be combined with the real life events, can I create some poems? And that time, Booklet publishers came up with some contest called 21 Days Poem Challenge. And I said,
yeah,
okay, it's a time. Let me go ahead, take this challenge. If I can successfully pass this challenge, probably I can revive my writing journey. That's where my first book came in the month of March this year. It is a combination of 21 poems. All is based on my imagination and combination of real life event. Under this book, you would get it in Amazon, Flickr, everywhere. So there is a story about a poem about how few friends met in a tea corner in a monsoon season in Bombay and how they have
okay,
revived their memory. So this is all about poetry book. That's a combination of 21.
okay,
After that, along with one of my co-author, Mr. Dr. Shankar Burman, we have decided to go into a very academic book. This is about innovation to patent and beyond. See, now, whenever people do a lot of scientific research, they want to do different study about science and fiction. And that time, they always want to ensure whatever they innovate, they want to protect it. In India, we have a patent act. So, for
yeah,
example, if you do something innovative, you can patent your innovation. So, but this is a very tough thing for a lot of people. People from like us who are from science background, it is a little bit easier.
yeah,
So then we thought, why don't we write a book that can give us storytelling about the journey, how a research can be conducted, how it can lead to a patented journey.
okay,
So this book is totally about journey of designing your own patent, how to file it, and it was well appreciated, and it was published by Indie Press this year around June, July. This is great. After that, Tafarna came up because it was a story. It was incomplete from my side for last 7, 8 years.
yeah,
But this year, when these two books got published, I got the motivation. So I completed all the chapters during my travel, and finally, Tafarna has been published. And this is from Book on the Boat publishers, and they
okay,
have really done very good work in terms of managing the publication within a very short span of time. This is also available in all the platforms, including your Amazon and Kindle.
yeah,
After that, I will tell you an amazing story. This is the blue Fiat and a
Okay.
father's lessons from the front seat. Okay, so the title of the book itself says it is about a blue Fiat. Some your memory attached to some
Yeah.
of the, your childhood thing. Then a father's lesson from its front seat. So actually, what I did in my life, my father, my grandfather, they have been always very inspirational in terms of the passing information to me, giving me life lessons. They always help me throughout my life in giving lessons rather than saying why you are doing this, why don't you do this. They always encourage me, then give a lesson that what can help you in the process. So then I decided, because in 2015 I become a father, then my child is now 10-year old. I thought that why can't I relate my old experiences of my different discussions with my father and my current expectation to deliver to my kids in the form of a book. That's why this book is all about a road journey of a father and a son during that road journey to and fro, how they have communicated, how father has given life lessons to the kid, how kid has absorbed through different metaphors. So this is all about giving lessons from a father to a son. So that is the book about, and this is published by Dream Book Publishers this year, and it is also available in all the platforms. And the last one, which is recently published, my hard copy is still yet to be received. So
Okay.
that is called The Purples, Friendships Stitched on a Purple Canvas. It is purely about friendship,
Friendship.
how organic a friendship can be. Because in nowadays, I'm sure you are quite young. I am a little older. I am from a pre-digital era, more like a non-social media era. So that time, the concept of friendship was totally different,
Yeah.
and friendships were done not by choice, not by intention, not by selection. It is organic. So, for example, you and me today talking, we got connected. Maybe tomorrow we are friends, we are still keeping touch. It's an organic vibe. There is no intention attached to it, there is no objective attached to it. It's something that a common mission came together, right?
Got
And
it.
I personally, when I came out of my home, I actually, during my graduation, I was away from my home. I was in the city called Guwahati, Assam. My entire 3 year of graduation time was totally in this city. I was new, I was evolving. My concept of relationship, friendship, everything was coming together. So this book is all about different plots of friendships. I already written different pieces during my college time, during my post grad time, but I could not complete this book. But this year, after the motivation of 4 or 5 books, not this one, I'm talking about the purpose, which is yet to be published,
Yeah.
received. So when I publish all this book, I got a very good amount of motivation that let us complete that book. So I just gone into it. I completed all the incomplete closures of the chapters, and I submitted. And the Blue Rose publisher, and they are very kind enough to accept my script, and they decided to publishing. And I have got published the last week, and it
Okay.
is already ready. It is available in all the platforms, including Kindle and ebook. And this book is also very close to my heart because today also I value friendship. Friendship is not limited by geography, not limited by your time or your events. And when I travel, I meet friends across the globe: Africa, Pacific Island, Europe, Australia, everywhere I have friends. And those friends are with me not because we have something to benefit each other. It's always about organic thing, how we communicate, what we share. So the purple stitched on a friendship, stitched on a purple canvas, has a hidden meaning. You see, the purple is not a pure color of the Vibgyor. Vibgyor has 7 colors.
Yeah.
It's not a pure one color. It is a color which is invented in a later stage, right? And it is also a symbol of royalty, symbol of assimilation, symbol of diversity and everything.
Yeah.
So I found the story the book tells is about 8 different friends, different genders. They came together, developed their own friendship, found like a family, and about their story. So when we talk friendship as a canvas, it has different colors. And when we work on different colors, we do not have a like competition in between. We always try to protect each other, care each other. We try to defend each other. Then probably this canvas is completed. So when this canvas is completed, we always find a new color in life. And I decided to keep that color as a purple. So that's how I decided to keep the journey. And so far, these are the published book. Apart from that, I have 15 to 16 titles which are almost really half done. Some chapters are incompleted.
Yeah.
So, but again,
My
time is
next
a
questions,
constraint.
my next questions are
Yeah.
that the same. Like, are you planning to write some other books as well?
See, honestly saying, I'm telling you a little background. See, my wife is a very good writer.
Yeah.
So she has been writing, but unfortunately, she did not get time to publish her own book. She published only one book, a children book.
Okay.
She's a very good writer. She is writing on a regular basis to different journals, newspapers, articles. Even she was doing some commercial writing to some of the brands as well. So I always take inspiration from her. I should take out time for writing, but it was not possible because my nature of job is difficult. It's time consuming. My work is too much. And from last, 8, 10 years, I have also evolved as an entrepreneur. So I have been developing few startups. So
Okay.
I'm in the process of developing startup, mentoring people, teaching. The time is a challenge. So what I decided that this something that I achieved today, I am already giving to the my readers. So this is the new community I'm going to build, right? I cannot stop myself because releasing a book and you are vanishing from the world
Yeah.
for many years doesn't make sense. And as I told you, my objective is to make fictional story-based book more with a message back to the society, back to the people, right? So that's why I don't want to stop this journey. As I say, around 15 to 16 titles are already there with me, which are half written, incomplete. So my next target is to complete those titles as soon as possible. I don't have any timeline right now. I'll try to complete as soon as possible. And out of these titles, 50-60% would be fictional story with message, and around 30-40% would be motivational self-help book, which can not only help people with students or let's say students, newcomers, entrepreneur, anyone. It can help them because I collected a lot of experience from my travel, from my journey, people I meet, people I'm already associated, my mentors, my guide, everyone. So I collected experience and lessons from everyone and I tried to capture them together. And those motivational self-help book will definitely come in near future. So that is my target.
Okay. So out of your all the books, which one is your personal favorite? I want to ask. Like.
You're putting me in trouble. So this is very difficult question to be answered.
Yeah.
See, as I see, as you have seen, all book has a different angle.
Yeah.
Tafarna is all about third person story. The Blue Fiat is all about my experience, then we from my child.
Yeah.
And Purple is all about
Friendship.
friendship. So probably out of all this, I would prefer the friendship stitched on a purple canvas is one of my personal favorites so far
Okay.
because of three reasons. Reason number one, friendships. All my friends from my school time are still associated with me. They are connected to me. So this is indirectly a tribute to them. I still
Got it.
value your friendship. That is number one. Number two is that today my life partner, my wife, whoever I am associated with, all my business partners, all my friends, we organically grown as a friend first. We are friends. Then from the friends we decided to go into the ladder of the life, like business partners, your partner for projects, my life partner. So friendship I still value because friendship is the base. And the third is that today, if I see the world, friendship is just a definition, but there is a people they do not value the friendship. They don't know the meaning of the friendship. Jealousies are there. People compare themselves within the friends. This new generation probably I can see that. So through this book, I wanted to give a message that friendship may not be always intentional. It is always organic. You can always share things without thinking twice. So the organic friendship, some experience from non-digital pre-social media era, all these are combined together in that book. That's why I would feel that book is going to be my personal favorite as well as for readers as well.
Okay. So across all your books, you have said like you aim to give messages. So what is the common thread of philosophy that ties your works together? Like, is there something?
Okay, see, my common way of
Yeah.
no, no, I got your point. My common way of living, in fact, the way I live in my life today, on three different principles. Number one, positive mindset. So, for example, today my day may not be good. Okay, my day was bad. I'm not able to get what I'm expecting. Might be I have some fight with my known people. But that should not hold me back. At the back of the mind, positivity should be there that I will overcome. I will fix things. I will go back. Tomorrow, there will be a new day. That positive mindset is something I keep as a philosophical element. Second is the never settle attitude. Because one of my biographies coming that also talks about never settle attitude or approach in life. See, moment I feel I publish 5 books, I am done. You are settling yourself. So your growth is limited. Probably the universe is trying to give you a lot of abundance through you. Maybe universe has chosen me to give a lot of messages through me. Why I should settle myself? So setting my own boundary is a second thing that I don't want to do. I never want to settle. That's why I do not want to keep setting boundaries for my work, my life, or whatever I see. That's why second philosophical element is never settle. And the third one is that be practical, always be practical, and whatever you learn from your surroundings, mix with your practicality and give back. So, for example, today, let's say I am going somewhere. I found someone with whom I got some good, relatable story. I got some lessons. Now, whether that lesson is relevant to me, that is practicality. And after that, how I can pass on this information to my child or to someone is the practicality of your life. The third element I will say that transformation of your information through practicality. So that I also believe. So all my books will definitely carry these things that always think about positivity, positive mindset, so that every reader coming and reading, they should take something back as a positive thing. Secondly, never settle, which is my philosophy. I wouldn't want to settle in my life. Settle in the sense I'm not talking about lack of stability, but your mindset that not to settle down, keep exploring. And that's the exploration if I have in my creativity, I can only deliver. Without exploration, I can't do. And the third one, as I said, communicating things from your life experience, but with a mixture of practicality. So, for example, today, as I said, one lesson I want to pass on to my kid, my son. If this is not practical to him, he will not absorb, right? So every sense of information should have a practical way of, understanding and relating to that concept. That's why these three philosophical things probably I will take alongside my journey of writing.
Okay, so which one is going to be like the next book you are going to publish, like the exact after this, like within a month or two?
See, no, I think. See, I mean, I already had a few discussions with some of the publishers, when they are already, reviewing my script. Probably the one coming up very soon would be a management lessons book, which is like a self-help as well as inspirational, motivational book, which I can see it would be on a faster track. After that, there would be another fictional, inspirational story about women entrepreneurship. That is, I think, the next book going to be. And after that, remaining books, I yet to see, how much the time can permit me, how well the publishers can help me, taking this journey ahead. So I can definitely say the very next book could be more like a motivational, self-help, inspirational book for entrepreneurs, students, and all. And after that, probably again another fiction that will combination of your, what I will say, it's a woman entrepreneurship, positive mindsets, and everything.
Okay, so this is the last question. Like, finally, what is the single message you want, like, the reader should carry after reading your books? Like, all of them. A single message which you want.
Okay. It is again a tough. You are putting me a lot of tough questions, but anyways, the single message is that uh, be positive while never letting your dream die.
Oh, that's good. So, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Deep, for giving your time. And whoever listening this podcast or watching this on YouTube, you can just go to the description. All the books links are there. You can just go and check it out yourself and keep reading. Thank you so much, Deep, for joining this.
Yeah. Those, just to tell, just the last one line for
Yeah.
all my viewers, your viewers, my readers, that I am a new author, but my writing journey is not new. So in my old book, I always kept a QR code in the last page so that people can directly give a feedback that will come to me, and I will also give you that particular link to the QR code. So anyone, whoever wants to give feedback, input, even they want to tell their story for my next book, always welcome. And thank you, Anuj and TRU team, for taking this time and helping me, giving me platform to share my views and my journey. And I hope everyone is going to be great. Be positive. Never let your dream die. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.